Here's a car I picked up a few weeks ago but never got around to making a video of. This is a 1989 Buick Lesabre T-Type. Notice it's similar to my 87 teal Lesabre sedan. Well, it is the same body style, but it's a two-door. It's got the 3.8 liter V6, the 3800 pre-series one. What makes this one a T-Type is, first off, the flat wheel ornament. It's got the big spoiler down the front there. T-Type specific alloys with 15-inch tires. Blacked out trim all around. And it's got the spoiler on the rear here, which is made out of some sort of rubber that's starting to fall apart. It's going to need to be taken care of. It's got a little bit of damage there. And the interior on this one has a leather option. It's black leather, which is in pretty good shape except for some tears here and here. It's got the steering wheel similar to what the Regal had, except it's 89. It's got the leather going all the way up to the column here, whereas the earlier years had steel right here, which looked a lot better. But this wheel needs some work. This cover's broken. I just got the duct tape the previous owner put all over it off. It's got a 4-speed automatic, and it's got a shifter on the floor. The center console holding cassette tapes, and that actually comes out, and there's a bin under that. It's got dual power seats, gray interior with black seats and floor, and it's got gray cloth there. What I had done on this already is the headliner was completely destroyed. The previous owner actually stapled it to the ceiling, and it was gray. What I did was at a swap meet I just went to a couple weeks ago, they were selling headliner material for 40 bucks, so picked up some black headliner, which I think looks pretty good against all the gray and the other black stuff that's in here. The original headliner is the same color as these visors. But this thing's pretty loaded. It's got the has cruise control, power windows, mirrors, door locks, seats that I mentioned. And this was a dealer installed option. Unfortunately, a lot of parts been removed, so I can't get it working. But this is actually a alarm system, which I'm assuming the way it worked was you open the door and you punch in a number on here and it disarms the alarm. It'd be pretty cool if that worked, but what are you gonna do? Overall, it's not in bad shape. It's got some rust here and there, mostly on this side, but nothing that can't be fixed now. Bumper's got the damage here. Trying to find another bumper cover. Damage here. More damage here. A little bit of rust there. Everything else is pretty solid on it. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, this car has been repainted with a crappy, looks like a Mako job. All the clear coat's gone. It's just this like flat silver crap. This fender looks good, shines. I don't know why it was repainted, but if you look where some of the paint is starting to peel away because it's just a shitty paint job, there's actually decent paint under it. Pop the hood. Got this car for a decent price. Paid $650 cash for it. It's 140 something miles on it. There it is, 3800 V6. I converted the ignition system over to the Delco. It had that Magnavox ignition system, which are notorious for failing and just plain suck. Now what's interesting, this has ABS with an electronic brake system. Now most cars have a vacuum operated booster back here. This doesn't. This is actually a pump driven system. Electric pump there and a compressor tank. And just keeps a charge in that tank at all times. When you apply the brakes, the pressure from there is what actually operates the brakes, which is actually kind of nice. If you have the engine off, you hit the brakes, you have full braking power for a few pumps of the pedal. Car runs good, drives good. Needs some work here and there, like the power windows are slow. Need the motors replaced. Duct tape there. Let's start it up. I'm going to show you the cool gauges on this. Got red backlit gauges on the radio. Most of these are burnt out, but like the Pontiacs, it's all red up here and then down there. Runs and drives good though. And it's got these T-Type specific tail lights, the yellow corner turn signals. Whereas on my other Lesabre, it's all red the whole way across here with the reverse lights where these blank panels are. And this is an aftermarket antenna on here. The original one was all mangled and rotted out. Now, a little bit of rust work, some paint, bumper skin replacement. It'd be a pretty nice car. Underneath, rock solid, not much rust, nothing that's even out of concern. That should be fun to play with. It's relatively cheap and I drove it home. It's one of the few cars I've been able to do that with. Only made the T-Type for 3 years, so many of you have probably not seen one of these around. And this one is the last year of it. Alright, I'll see you later, guys.